Who didn't love Dirty Dancing? It is an 80s classic, and its most memorable moments and lines have become staples of pop culture. Plenty of kids and teens grew up with the movie. A lot has happened since the film's debut, though. Society has changed. You've changed. The actors who brought those seminal characters to the big screen have changed. If you were to re-watch the movie, would it still strike you the same, or would your added life perspective lead you to look at the movie in a new light? Let's take a look at a few things that only adults notice in Dirty Dancing. Familiar faces. Wait, hold on a sec. Is that Newman from Seinfeld making a cameo in Dirty Dancing? Can you even picture Stan, the resort greeter/MC, in your mind's eye? If it's been a hot minute since you took a trip down memory lane with Dirty Dancing, chances are the answer is a solid no. But on a nostalgic rewatch, you might suddenly exclaim, "Hey, isn't that Wayne Knight?" Even though Stan's role is rather minor, with just a handful of scenes scattered throughout the movie, Wayne Knight's face is an unmistakable throwback for anyone who indulged in 90s TV and film. Back when he nabbed this bit part in Dirty Dancing, Knight was still in the early stages of his career, so it's understandable if he wasn't a household name at the time. However, by 1993, he was the nefarious antagonist in Jurassic Park, and apologies in advance if that irritating you didn't say the magic word computer hack is now playing on a loop in your head. Then, from 1992 to 1998, Knight became a fixture in households across America as the irksome mailman Newman in the legendary sitcom Seinfeld. Now, watching Dirty Dancing through the lens of adulthood, armed with the knowledge of his future iconic roles, you can't help but half expect Stan to suddenly whip out a can of shaving cream and start scheming some devious plan involving the DNA of wealthy individuals. Or for Jerry Seinfeld to pop up out of nowhere and deadpan, "Hello, Newman." It's a testament to Knight's versatility that he seamlessly transitioned from a fleeting appearance in a classic dance film to becoming one of the most recognizable faces on 90s television. Who would have thought Stan from Dirty Dancing would share the screen with dinosaurs and trade witty barbs with Jerry Seinfeld? The world of entertainment is truly a surprising and delightful place. Billy stares at Lisa in Dirty Dancing like he wants to eat her soul. Now let's dive into the amusing quirks of Dirty Dancing that just so happen to be unintentional. Picture this: the Houseman family's grand entrance at Kellerman's. Max Kellerman, the owner, strides over with staff member Billy in tow, presumably there to lend a hand with the luggage. And then, the unexpected unfolds. For a good chunk of time, there's a peculiar scene where Billy is fixated on Lisa with the oddest expression plastered across his face. It's so cringeworthy that you might find it impossible to suppress your laughter. Given the limited interaction between these characters in the movie, you can't help but wonder if there was some off-screen tension between the actors. The plot thickens when you consider the candid revelations from Patrick Swayze himself. In his autobiography, The Time of My Life, Swayze confessed to feeling genuine annoyance with Jennifer Grey during filming. He unveiled, "She seemed particularly emotional, sometimes bursting into tears if someone criticized her. Other times, she slipped into silly moods, forcing us to do scenes over and over again after she'd start laughing." Now, armed with this behind-the-scenes insight, the peculiar gaze from Billy takes on a whole new layer of intrigue. Was it a subtle nod to the on-set dynamics, or just a coincidental moment that happened to make its way into the final cut? Regardless, it adds an unintentional comedic twist to Dirty Dancing, turning a seemingly mundane scene into a source of amusement for those in the know. So, the next time you revisit Kellerman's, keep an eye out for that awkwardly hilarious stare from Billy, a gem of unintentional comedy tucked away in the iconic dance film. Why didn't Baby pick Billy in Dirty Dancing? Absolutely. It's a tough act to follow someone as iconic as Patrick Swayze. and standing next to him and trying to exude the same coolness is no small feat. Yet let's take a moment to shine a light on Billy, the cousin of Swayze's Johnny Castle character in Dirty Dancing, who often doesn't get the credit he deserves. And it's not just about his good looks, although it's worth noting that he was quite the handsome fellow. What sets Billy apart and warrants more attention is his genuinely nice demeanor towards Baby. There's an undeniable natural chemistry between them, evident from the moment they first meet when she lends a hand in unloading luggage from the car, setting off sparks in the process. Unlike some other characters, Billy never treats Baby as if she's fragile or needs constant protection. He's refreshingly honest with her, always keeping her in the loop about what's happening. The film subtly hints at the possibility that Billy might have harbored some deeper feelings for Baby. In the memorable "I carried a watermelon" scene, he boldly declares to Johnny, "She's with me." On the flip side, Swayze's Johnny Castle, the heartthrob of the film, spends a significant portion of the story being somewhat of a jerk to Baby. As one matures, there's a growing appreciation for truly decent romantic interests over the brooding and dangerous ones, making one more prone to entertaining, whimsical thoughts about a potential connection between Baby and Billy, and let's face it, they even sound good together. That Dirty Dancing vacation cabin must have cost a small fortune. When envisioning a lakeside escape, one typically conjures up charming images of log cabins and rustic accommodations. That is, unless you're part of the Houseman family. Granted, being a well-heeled clan, they may have had a more opulent interpretation of the traditional family vacation. However, let's be real, they practically Marie Antoinetted the entire notion of a rustic cabin getaway. Dirty Dancing paints a picture of a cabin that rivals the size of a modest family home in the suburbs, and, to top it off, it appears they have the whole place to themselves. It leaves you wondering, did each family member get their private cabin, and if so, who scored the grand main house? And seriously, how much did this lavish setup cost? So many burning questions. While we can't provide definitive answers to those queries, what we do know is that the filming location for Dirty Dancing was the Mountain Lake Lodge in Pembroke, Virginia. The specific cabin that housed Baby's family is dubbed the Virginia Cottage, and here's the exciting part, you can actually book it. However, be prepared to part with a cool $329 per night during the summer season for the privilege of relishing in the nostalgic vibes of the iconic film. So, if you ever find yourself yearning for a taste of the Houseman's lakeside luxury, minus the dance lessons, a getaway to the Virginia Cottage at Mountain Lake Lodge might just be the ticket. It's a chance to immerse yourself in the opulence of Dirty Dancing's setting, all while pondering the mysteries of the Houseman family's vacation arrangements. They chose the most unsightly spot ever to hang the staff quarters sign in Dirty Dancing. Now let's take a closer look at the upscale resort setting of Dirty Dancing. Old man Max Kellerman, the proprietor, is undoubtedly meticulous about appearances, emphasizing the importance of keeping guests happy and maintaining an air of perfection throughout the movie. So one can't help but wonder, what's the deal with that massive red dumpster on the premises? In the scene where Baby embarks on a nighttime wander and encounters Billy with the watermelons, she strolls right past a conspicuous construction debris-style dumpster. And to add a touch of irony, there's a simple black and white sign on this behemoth of a dumpster that reads, "Staff quarters, no guests, please." Here's where it gets intriguing. With no mention of any remodeling or construction in the movie, the presence of this colossal dumpster right outside the staff cabins seems a bit perplexing. It raises the question, was this a well-thought-out move by Kellerman, or just an oversight in the set design? It does appear to be a curious choice, especially considering Kellerman's emphasis on maintaining a flawless facade. Placing a dumpster, complete with a staff quarters no guests please sign, in such a prominent location might seem like an incongruity in the pursuit of perfection. Perhaps it's a subtle nod to the behind-the-scenes workings of the resort, a reminder that even in paradise, there's a need for maintenance and upkeep. Or it could be a cinematic mystery that leaves us scratching our heads, wondering about the reasoning behind Kellerman's decision to feature such an eye-catching dumpster in the staff quarters area. As you revisit the world of Dirty Dancing, keep an eye out for this peculiar detail, and you might find yourself pondering the hidden nuances of Kellerman's commitment to perfection and the unspoken stories behind that oversized red dumpster. What kind of person just tosses expensive outerwear on the floor? Delving into the behind-the-scenes dance dynamics of Dirty Dancing, we discover an intriguing twist to Johnny's character. While it's established early on that he's a part of the resort's dance crew, the revelation that he offers private dance lessons unfolds later in the narrative. The housemen stumble upon this fact when they catch Johnny showcasing his moves with a woman named Vivian. Enter Mr. Kellerman, the candid explainer, who introduces the term Bungalow Bunnies to the audience. These are the women, like Vivian, who tend to book numerous private dance sessions, especially when their husbands are engrossed in poker games. As if this wasn't scandalous enough, Vivian, the quintessential cougar, takes things up a notch during her dance with Johnny. In a move that leaves you questioning the definition of privileged extravagance, she casually shrugs off her fur-stole mid-dance and tosses it onto the floor. Yes, the floor. The same place where most people would tread. Now, you can't help but wonder about the sheer audacity of this move. That fur-stole could practically serve as a down payment on a Toyota Corolla. The excess and nonchalance exhibited by Vivian in that moment add a layer of shock to the storyline. It's a scene that not only raises eyebrows but also prompts some serious contemplation on the extravagances of the elite. And if that weren't enough to stir the pot, Vivian later becomes the antagonist in Johnny's professional world by getting him fired. With this turn of events, you find yourself hoping for some sort of karmic come-up-pants for Vivian in the grand scheme of things. As the movie unfolds, you might catch yourself engrossed not only in the dance moves, but also in the intricate dynamics of the characters, especially those like Vivian, who brings a touch of scandal and privilege to the forefront. Dirty Dancing, it seems, is not just about the dance floor, but also about the unexpected twists and turns in the lives of its vibrant characters. As the dance drama unfolds in Dirty Dancing, there's a subtle undercurrent suggesting that maybe Johnny is better suited to his ex-turned-BFF, Penny, just as Baby might be a better match for Billy. Watching the movie, it's hard not to harbor a secret hope that Johnny and Penny will find their way back to each other by the end. The tenderness and sweetness that Johnny consistently showers on Penny create an undeniable chemistry between them. TBH, Dirty Dancings. Johnny and Penny make it impossible not to ship them. Johnny's caring nature towards Penny is evident throughout the film, with him always taking the time to look out for her. In return, Penny exhibits a fierce protectiveness towards Johnny, cementing a bond that goes beyond mere friendship. Billy may claim that Johnny and Penny haven't been romantically involved since their childhood, but is anyone truly buying that line? After all, no one dances with an ex like that unless it's closely followed by a rekindling of old flames. The notion that Johnny and Penny share a deeper connection isn't just a viewer's wishful thinking. Even Patrick Swayze himself acknowledged the powerful bond between these characters. In his memoir, The Time of My Life, Swayze expressed his belief that Johnny should ultimately end up with Penny. According to Swayze, they were so much alike and, in his view, a more realistic and compatible couple than Johnny and Baby. It's fascinating how the dynamics between characters can stir up discussions and opinions even beyond the storyline presented on screen. Dirty Dancing, in this light, becomes more than just a dance-centered drama. It's a canvas for viewers to paint their interpretations of relationships and connections. So, the next time you revisit the world of Kellerman's resort, pay close attention to the nuanced interactions between Johnny and Penny, and you might find yourself rooting for a different kind of dance floor reunion. Dirty Dancing's Johnny owes his sweet ride a serious apology. While Vivian, the cougar's ostentatious display of tossing her fur stole to the floor in Dirty Dancing might not have shocked us as much given her exorbitant wealth and entitlement, another character manages to raise eyebrows in a different way. Enter Johnny Castle, who, despite not living a life of privilege, surprisingly showcases a blatant disregard for valuable items in a rather unexpected manner. Johnny, who undoubtedly understands the struggle of earning a dollar, leaves us scratching our heads when he decides to bust out his car window without a second thought. Now, let's be real. What reasonable person concludes that smashing a car window is the best course of action upon locking keys inside? Johnny Buddy, really? It's a perplexing moment, especially when you consider Johnny's resourcefulness in other aspects of his life. I mean, if he's savvy enough to convince multiple women to drop their room keys in his pocket throughout the day, surely he can come up with a more practical solution to troubleshoot a locked car door. The scene serves as a quirky contrast, highlighting the sometimes irrational decisions characters make in the heat of the moment. It adds an unexpected layer to Johnny's persona, showing that even a character as charismatic and street-smart as him can succumb to a moment of impulsiveness. After all, it's not just about the dancing. It's about the unexpected quirks and choices that make each character stand out in their own distinctive way. They clearly didn't think through the whole log dancing thing in Dirty Dancing. As the clock ticks away during countless dance rehearsals in Johnny Castle's seemingly sauna-like studio, seriously, the visible perspiration is a testament to the intensity. Johnny decides it's time to liberate Baby for a breath of fresh air. However, instead of opting for a more forgiving location like an open field, Johnny opts for the road less traveled, leading Baby to a remote part of the forest. Now, let's assess the situation. At this point, Baby is a dance novice. So, naturally, Johnny decides the perfect spot for a practice session is a narrow log, perilously perched high above what appears to be shallow water, generously sprinkled with big rocks and other potentially hazardous elements, courtesy of Mother Nature. Yes, that sounds like a completely responsible choice. One can't help but question Johnny's decision-making skills in this scenario. Was there not a more secure and beginner-friendly setting for dance practice? It's a head-scratcher, but then again, this is Dirty Dancing, and logic sometimes takes a backseat to drama. Interestingly, Patrick Swayze, the actor behind Johnny Castle, was all too familiar with the risks involved in such daring endeavors. According to Time, the log balance dance scene in Dirty Dancing aggravated a pre-existing knee injury for Swayze, to the extent that it nearly derailed the iconic lift scene. It serves as a reminder that sometimes the allure of picturesque outdoor dance sequences can come at a cost. So, as you revisit the forest dance scene in Dirty Dancing, appreciate the picturesque setting, but also consider the potential hazards. Perhaps in hindsight, sticking to the more controlled environment of the dance studio would have been a wiser choice for Johnny and Baby. After all, safety first, even when it comes to the passionate world of dance. This is why Baby's mom in Dirty Dancing looks so familiar. When you first lay eyes on Baby's mother, Marjorie Houseman, in Dirty Dancing, there's an immediate sense of déjà vu. Her face looks familiar, and you find yourself wondering where you've seen her before. Well, spoiler alert, there's a good reason for that. It might take a moment to connect the dots, especially considering she was much younger in Dirty Dancing, but the actress portraying Baby's mom is none other than Kelly Bishop. Now, does that ring any bells? It absolutely should. Kelly Bishop is the talented actress who brought to life the inimitable and equally rich and privileged character, Emily Gilmore, on the beloved series Gilmore Girls. Beyond her iconic role in Gilmore Girls, Kelly Bishop's post-Dirty Dancing days have been marked by a diverse range of projects. She graced the soap opera One Life to Live, made appearances on Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, showcased her dance skills in Bunheads, and added another layer of drama to The Good Wife. Dirty Dancing star Patrick Swayze is gone but not forgotten. After experiencing Patrick Swayze's magnetic presence in Dirty Dancing, or perhaps in Point Break, Fatherhood, Ghost, and every other role that followed, it becomes challenging to fathom a world without him. Johnny Castle, the effortlessly cool dance instructor, remains etched in our memories as the guy we all secretly dreamed of rescuing us from the proverbial corner. Regrettably, the world lost Patrick Swayze in 2009 after his valiant 20-month-long battle against pancreatic cancer. His absence leaves a void, but his legacy continues to thrive through the indelible mark he left on the world of entertainment. Beyond the silver screen, Swayze's departure deeply impacted those who knew and worked with him, including his Dirty Dancing co-star, Jennifer Grey. In a heartfelt tribute to People magazine, Grey reminisced about Swayze, describing him as a real cowboy with a tender heart. She went on to express that it was not surprising to witness the courageous and dignified manner in which he waged his war against cancer. As the years unfold, Swayze's on-screen performances, especially his dance sequences and soulful rendition of She's Like the Wind, serve as poignant reminders of his enduring legacy. The actor's ability to captivate audiences with his charisma and talent transcends time, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of those who continue to appreciate his contributions to the world of film and entertainment. So, whether you find yourself tapping your feet to the rhythm of Dirty Dancing or shedding a tear to the melodic strains of She's Like the Wind, it's clear that Patrick Swayze's impact endures, and his memory lives on in the hearts of those who admire the genuine cowboy with a tender heart. As we unravel the layers of nostalgia in Dirty Dancing, discovering behind-the-scenes tidbits, character nuances, and the enduring legacy of Patrick Swayze, we'd love to hear your thoughts and observations. What are the things only adults notice in Dirty Dancing that resonated with you? Share your insights, favorite moments, or any hidden gems in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey down memory lane, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more nostalgic trips through the golden era of cinema. Until next time, bye.